Okay, I just filmed for like 3 minutes and the camera got cut off. So that's just great. So I'm gonna start again. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in like 6 months, but I'm gonna use this video to explain why I stopped posting and where I'm gonna take this channel moving forward. So the last video I posted was when I was in Jakarta and me and my cousin went and tried a bunch of vegan restaurants. After that video, like a couple weeks after that video, I went on a trip with my sister and we were in New York for 2 weeks. And yeah, my camera, I was vlogging the trip, but my camera stopped working, so I didn't really vlog so much of it. And basically when I went back to Indonesia after, I tried to get my camera fixed, but it needed more time than I was there for. So basically I had to leave my camera there and I had to come back to, I had to leave Indonesia, not go back anywhere. And then I came to India in December, which is where I've been for the last 6 months. And yeah, I didn't have my camera for the first 2 months I was here. So my dad brought it when he came to visit in February, and yeah, I guess I didn't post because then a lot of things changed and I stopped being vegan. I know. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to use this video to kind of explain why I stopped being vegan and all of that stuff and all the changes that's happened in my life in the last 6 months. First of all, why I stopped being vegan. So in December when I came to India, I had a lot of health checkups that I'd been wanting to do since I had left university last year in May, so around this time last year. There were a lot of things pending that I wanted to check and a lot of like undiagnosed issues that came up while in my last few months of university, that I was just waiting to see like doctors that would help me, because when I was in the UK it just wasn't working out for me. So yeah, I went to some doctors here and found out that I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, if you don't know what that is. It's quite common, a lot of women have it. And yeah, because of that diagnosis, I realized that I had to change a lot of my life to better manage my disease. I mean, I don't really want to call it a disease, but yeah, whatever, that's what it is. So one of the things that I realized, that one of the symptoms of having PCOS is insulin resistance, which I don't want to go into too much detail about it because it can get very scientific, but basically I had to change my food and eating habits. And I realized that as a vegan, I was eating a lot of carb-heavy meals, which is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with carbs at all, but it wasn't really helping my situation. Like personally, my body, my health, it wasn't working out for me, and I really needed to like balance my meals a bit better by adding good sources of protein as well as healthy fats and all of that stuff. I can make a separate video if you guys want me to talk more about that, but I won't go into too much detail here. So basically I learned that obviously I know there are good sources of vegan proteins like soy and soy products and beans and lentils and pulses and all of that stuff, but I had to stop having soy, even though I love tofu, RIP, because I also have thyroid problems, and like having soy products affects, like interacts with the medication you take and blah blah blah. So I just really wanted to get my health in order. Like I have a lot of family history of a lot of different disorders with my mom, my grandparents and everything, so I don't really want to have to suffer in the future. I wanted to really focus on my health and get all of that in order. And yeah, so I had to stop having soy. But as a vegan, tofu and soy milk was like my biggest source of protein. Like I would be having soy milk every day in the morning, and I usually have tofu at least once a day, like either with lunch or dinner. So it became a bit of a problem. So what happened then was that I had to try and introduce other proteins into my diet because I had to stop having soy. So being in India, it was very easy for me to start having a lot of different lentils because it's very common here. So I didn't really have much of an issue. But I don't love lentils and it doesn't really suit me, to be honest. Like, I do feel quite bloated after having a lot of a lot of lentils and stuff. And what had to happen was that I had to have protein in every meal. So it basically meant I had to have a form of lentil or beans or something in every single meal. And I just couldn't do it. I was really upset, like it was hard because I was almost vegan for a year at this point. So yeah, I was struggling. I was quite annoyed that I couldn't be vegan anymore because I really loved being vegan and like I love trying out vegan things, and that doesn't mean I don't still do that. Like I still love eating vegan foods when I can, but I just have to do what's best for my health. So at that point I started introducing eggs into my diet because eggs is a great source of vitamins but also protein and healthy fats. And yeah, initially I was just having eggs, but then eventually I started having chicken as well. And I'm still off dairy products for most part. Like I do have sometimes things that have dairy in them, but I don't just drink milk or anything like that because I'm still quite lactose intolerant, and that's thanks to being vegan for a year. So yeah, that's what happened. That's why I had to stop. And yeah, I know that some of you might know that I had a vegan Instagram account. So initially I was really scared and I was really worried that a lot of people would judge me for going back to being non-vegan, and people would be like, oh, where are your ethics and where are your morals or whatever. But the truth is, in my video that I made about talking about how I went vegan and how like all of that, I did say that not everyone is going to thrive on a vegan diet, and some people just genuinely cannot like survive or be on this diet. Unfortunately, I ended up being one of those people. So I guess like, yeah, I was really scared in the beginning, but then eventually I changed my vegan Instagram account into more of like a fitness related and like lifestyle stuff, because one of the other things I've really gotten into in the last few months is exercise. And yeah, so that's what happened. Now I don't care as much. Like if people are gonna say things or judge me, like they honestly don't know the struggle, they don't know my body, they don't know my health and everything. So I think this is what's best for my health, and only I can know what's gonna be best for me because it's my body at the end of the day. So yeah, and the other thing that I actually wanted to talk about is that after I stopped being vegan, I realized that I actually had a really bad relationship with food, and I sort of feel like I actually went vegan to restrict certain foods in my life that I thought were bad for me or were labeled as bad. So I think it's really great that like I feel a lot healthier now. I have a much better relationship with food now. Like I don't feel like I need to restrict certain foods or anything, which I would when I was a vegan, because you did have to restrict so many different things. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. The last thing that I wanted to say before I end this video is that I really want to talk more about my life and like life post-uni, taking a gap year, and issues that I feel passionate about. So this account is not going to change because it's obviously still called Planet Boomy and my name is Boomy, so it's all about me. But yeah, I hope that you guys will keep watching, and thanks so much for watching till the end. I don't know what that was. Well, anyways, I'll see you in my next video. There'll be a new one coming out very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and thank you. Bye.